Hi, I am David Walker from Koyakan Karate of Cortland, New York. I wanted to start off this video by showing you who I am through my movements and then letting you know what my premise is. This is me doing Kashokan Dai, which is a different forms Kashanku Dai. Oregaishimasu. I wanted to explain what this video is about. This is my project for Black Belt, and I wanted to do something that I've been feeling that I needed to do. I've done capoeira, a Brazilian form of martial arts, for years, and I reached the level of instructor. But in karate, I haven't really found that I've had the same amount of movement and agility. So what I strive to do is I strive to combine the agility that I have learned in capoeira with the movements of karate. This is not anything new, or it is not anything to make a new style. Rather, it is for my movement throughout my sparring. By doing this, I will be able to move easily in sparring matches, and every movement will count. Onegaishimasu. Good day. My name is David Walker. I'm one of the Koyakan of Cortland, New York. I was here to actually talk to you guys about karate and capoeira and the movements that can be used. I am trying to discover the stances inside of my sparring. I can see some of them. I'm not really able to use them correctly, I feel. And so I figured that I'm going to start at the basics. I strive to combine the abilities, strive actually not to combine the abilities of capoeira and karate, but actually to enter the non-stop movement of capoeira with the stances of karate that I know, and over the course of time expanding my knowledge on this subject and expanding my sparring on this subject as well. Now, first I'm going to start off with Tachikata. Tachikata, Misubidash, Isopidash, Misubidash, Soto Hajijidash, Hajijidash, Uchi Hajijidash, Sanshindash, Shikudash, Kosudash, Niko Ashidash, Crane Stance, Yakudash, and my Kazumi-dash. Next, I'll be doing the 10 basic movements of capoeira, starting with Ginga. Cocarenha, Estancia, Lagachiva, Olé. Cocarenha, Estancia, Lagachiva, Olé. Au. Esquiva. Esquiva de fundo. Meio de frente. Benção. Armada. Queixada. Meia-lua. Negativa kick. And Yame. Now that was a little exhilarating. So the next thing we're gonna go over is how to equate these moves into some of the things that we already know in karate. Now, in capoeira, there's a stance called negativa. All right? That, to me, is almost equivalent to a low knee strike or a low knee block. And I will show you what I'm talking about. Movement in capoeira. Cocorena, resistência, negativa, olé. Cocorena, resistência, negativa, olé. That is both something that you can do to add a kick or get out of the way of a movement. And you can also do the same thing with, say, something from Basadai. Here. You can move out of the way. And it doesn't have to be in the same spot. It can be that way you're getting out of the way on a level, prepared to block, and prepared to strike as well. Same thing on the other side. Get out of the way on a level, you have a hand to block, and you have a hand to strike, and move out of the way, yet stay facing your opponent in a body-facing stance. Another way to use it is block, or it's shown in kata here, block, and now you can step through here to go ahead and sweep the person. Again, step through, sweep. I'm stopping my foot because I actually don't have anybody, so I'm imagining getting behind both ankles. This foot has already stepped towards and behind the ankle. This one is going to the other one. Heat. If you would like, you can also add a strike in there. It's not movements that you aren't aware of. These are movements on how I am able to put these in my head, memorize them, put them in my body, memorize them so that I know how to get out of certain situations. And as moves evolve, as your understanding of moves evolve, so will your execution of each move. It'll evolve to many different things, many different ways. Next thing, which I probably should have started with this first, was the actual Ginga. The Ginga in Capoeira is just a way to start moving and gaining distance sometimes, gaining the proper step around your opponent, or the proper way to encase the opponent so that you can actually move freely and you don't stop. Ginga. Up, out, back, up, out, back. The hand movements are actually very similar to something that you've seen. Now in Capoeira, it's very relaxed. Some styles, it's the style that I learned, it's actually pushing out. There are equivalent moves in each style. If you're already thinking this, you are absolutely correct. It goes with our movement in our ready stance, in our Makagami Dashi. You see the hand transition. You see the fact that you're not staying in the same spot. You're moving through, keeping the knees protected. Knees protected meaning they are bent forward a little bit, even here. Body facing front. Now, that actually equates to being able to move around, being able to step around somebody, being able to get the proper readiness and keep the other person on their toes. The next thing we're going to go over is going to be the esquiva. Now, the esquiva in Capoeira, it's versatile, just like any other move. And you may see the similarities before I even say them. So, esquiva. Or esquiva. In karate, we also have a similar move, yakudashi. Yakudashi. they can be used interchangeably. They can also be used effectively in a different way. Esquiva lateral. Yakuidashi. Esquiva diagonal. Yakudashi in a diagonal manner. Esquiva lateral. Yakuidashi. Esquiva diagonal. Yakudashi in a diagonal manner. Now, that can be used. I will show you on the bag in a little bit all of these ways to be used, and try to keep on moving with it. It's going to be hard for me to be able to talk through it. I apologize for that. I need to condition a little bit more, but I will get you through this. The last movement, the last two movements I would like to talk to you about are bensão and cocorrinha. First, bensão. Bensão is a leaning back with the ball of your foot kick, or the heel rather. We've already guessed it. It is equivalent to a front kick for us, but from a stance of Nico Achidashi. Agad Midashi Migi. You start coming in. You go back to your Nico, creating space for your kick. Other side. Going forward, not retreating, but creating space. Not leaning back, sitting back, kicking forward. Possibly even under the armpit, under the chin. With that, there are also different ways. You can Nico and then step to the side, kick with the back foot. You can go forward, Nico, step in. Now that you've created that space, you can quickly turn in. Side kick, spinning back kick, many different things. Now, as far as the cocorreña, that is sometimes a starting position, that is sometimes a way to block something. Cocorreña down, cocorreña up, cocorreña high. Same thing with kosudashi. Kosudashi. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to be moving side to side, probably around this. You may lose a little bit of sight of me. I'm going to keep my movement going. Please keep watch and pay attention. Onegaishimasu. Now, not wildly, aware. Front movements. Yeah. Yeah. Yakudashi with movement. Next, Nico Ashidashi. Nico Ashidashi. Also wanted to go over Negachiva and the knee strike. Nico Ashidashi. Next, Kokodenya and Koshidashi. Still working it out, but Koshidashi. These are the movements that I found equivalent C, so that I can start building upon my movement. If others would like to help, that is very welcome. I accept any comments. Thank you very much for watching this video. Thank you very much, Sensei Onishi, for allowing me into Koyakan Karate, and Sensei Brian Land, my sensei here in Cortland. And thank you to the rest of Koyakan.